here last class, but if you weren't here, I like to refer to this tank as, being the Star Wars freak I am, this is my LN2D2 unit, okay? Liquid nitrogen. Yeah, it's a bad joke. Alright, so we have the styrofoam container, and we have one of my favorite toys, 180 liters of liquid nitrogen. The tank's 600 pounds. I'm trying to think of the things maybe I haven't discussed so far. It's pretty heavy. Go big or go home. And that's the way I like to think about it, right? So if you're going to bring liquid nitrogen to a party, you might as well bring a big old tank of liquid nitrogen to a party. By the way, I do liquid nitrogen margarita parties. They're pretty fun. So if you want to rent one of these, you can get to your house. That's a good party. All right. So the nitrogen. What's that?
That could be in your blog how to do that?
Sorry, I couldn't hear you.
That could be in your blog how to do that?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Well, really, right now all you got to do is call me and invite me. That's the way it works.
You're already in Jacksonville. Let's go.
There you go. There you go. It is. It's a fun time for sure. So the nitrogen, filling up this container. We talked about styrofoam being one of the best materials for it because it's so porous. And like I said, if I ever get in trouble, if I got to get away from the stormtroopers or something, I can just kind of shoot this all over, and I'll be out of here.
That's very cold about my legs.
I believe Han Solo had some experience with liquid nitrogen as well.
I'm not taking pictures.
Oh, never mind.
All right. So the nitrogen. Questions about it? How cold is it? What is it all about? Certainly, you have to have questions about liquid nitrogen. Anyone? No, we say all
Real cold.
What's that?
How cold is it?
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you.
How cold?
How cold is it? Again, I failed chemistry twice in high school. I can tell you it's really cold. So like minus 300 something degrees. Yeah.
How readily available is it, and how expensive is it?
Readily available.
I mean, do you have to have a license to handle it or deal with it?
Well, you don't have to have a license to do it. It's used in a lot of welding. It's used in a lot of other, professions. So like, you don't need a license necessarily. I mean, I don't think so. No one's told me I needed one. Yeah. So let's try and keep it like that.
I mean, I know you can dry ice at Publix or something.
Yeah. It's a little different. I mean, you have to find a source for it. Obviously, it varies in price. Like I said in the last class, the more popular something becomes, the more expensive it becomes. So like right now, it depends on where you get it from, but a tank like this can run you. It should only cost you about $100 to $125 for the tank. Now, it depends. And if you have access to a school or something like that, then it's even cheaper. I think, like on the market, it's only something like 40 to 50 cents per liter. It's not really expensive. It's produced from the atmosphere, so there's kind of a never-ending supply of it. So that's why it's not that expensive. Liquid helium, on the other hand, another ingredient, as I like to think of it, that we play with is super expensive because you have to drill for it. It's like $600 a tank, and that's the next demo next year if I get invited back. We do think liquid helium actually climbs walls. So I think it would be really cool if you did like a cocktail that climbed a wall and everyone had to like go up to the wall, kind of like Willy Wonka, and kind of get their cocktail.
Everyone will be talking, son.
They're getting more applause over here. That's all right, though. I'm safe. I feel kind of safe, strangely safe. All right. So we have the nitrogen now that we put in this. Last class we did that oyster. I don't know if you guys have made it around the dining room area, made it on all different floors, but we're doing that oyster with pearls. That's using liquid nitrogen. Way up on the roof, I think it is. Has anyone been up on the roof yet?
Yes. Very good corn ice cream.
Okay, very cool. So that's what we're going to talk about right now. Corn ice cream. So when I say that, did I hear an ooh over there? That's fine if there was. All right, so I got one ooh. That's great. I think a lot of the times the type of food that we do, that's okay.